Prediction Essential Podcast. Hate me or love me, there's no in between. So, armed female bystander kills man firing at party in West Virginia. A U.S. woman has fatally shot a man who opened fire on a crowd of people with a semi automatic rifle in Charleston, West Virginia. Dennis Butler, a 37-year-old with an extensive criminal history, was killed after he targeted a group of around 40 people attending a birthday party. Police spokeswoman Tony Hazelet said the woman's quick reaction saved lives and may have prevented a mass shooting. It comes amid a national debate over guns after a school shooting in Texas. Butler had driven by the area early on Wednesday evening when he was warned to slow down because children were playing. He returned with an armed he returned armed with an AR-15 type rifle and opened fire with his vehicle on the birthday graduation party outside the apartment complex in the city. Fucking asshole, bro. Because he was told to warn. This shit is crazy. See, they're not going to talk about this, bro. They're not going to talk about this at all because he's a black man and he had an extensive criminal record, but they got a hidden agenda, bro. You only want to talk about Salvador and get drawn, but this nigga opened fire on 40 people at a party, bro. That makes no fucking sense because they told you to slow the fuck down. That's insane, B. That's insane. There's really no video of it yet. I was looking on the internet for the video because they're not gonna broadcast this. They trying to stop guns and shit like that. But she is a law-abiding citizen. Number one. Number two, she gained her gun legally. Legally. Three, she was able to save lives because she's a law-abiding citizen that was able to carry legally to stop a fucking idiot with an illegal firearm because he caught an attitude because they said you need to slow down in the area. Obviously, you were speeding and kids was in the area, bro. Like, it's summertime. Even I drive a Scat Pack. I slow down when I come through the neighbors. I'm fast on the highway, but when I come through the stop signs and shit, I slow down because kids was a bunch of kids was outside today. You cannot fly through a neighborhood and don't think you're not going to get warned. Somebody's going to tell you, yo, slow down, bro. Like, what's up, nigga? We all out here having a party. It's a good time. What are you doing? The kids in the street. You slow down in the neighborhood, man. You creep through, you honk the horn, you tap the horn and all that shit. You know, to let people know you're coming through. And you creep through. When you get past the block, you speed off. You don't need to do all that shit. But this is what I'm saying. You can't take guns from law-abiding citizens. If the law-abiding teacher was in that school and could have prevented this so-called mass shooting, they'd have took this kid down. Same thing with the security officer. If people were able to carry in certain areas, you will be able to take down an immediate threat. This is what I'm saying. You can't take guns from everybody. That makes no sense to take guns from everybody. It's crazy. We're gonna talk about that Title 42 in a second, man. That's my next video because the city's going to shits. New York City has become pieces of shit. Like the social decay is fucking ridiculous. I got a story on that. So Mr. Hazelet told the news conference that the woman who fired back did not have any law enforcement background. She has not been identified. She's just a member of the community who was carrying her weapon lawfully, he said. And instead of running from the threat, she engaged with the threat and saved several lives. The woman remained at the scene after the shooting and is cooperating with the investigators. Charges would not be filed against her, police added. Butler was found dead at the scene, multiple gunshot wounds. Police said Mr. Hazelet said it is not yet clear how Butler obtained the weapon, which he was not legally allowed to carry as a convicted felon. The shooting comes after a teenage gunman kills 21 people in Texas primary school with an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle that has been purchased legally. See, he purchased his gun legally, but it doesn't matter. You're trying to make it seem like an 18-year-old was the he was activated. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. The attack, America's worst school shooting in a decade, reignited debate over private gun ownership, which is enshrined in the U.S. Constitution. You can't take away the guns, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. I'm a felon, because the cops ain't coming right away. They just not coming right away. And they prove if, see, you got, when it comes to the cops, if you ever called 911 recently, right? Because I have to call 911 at my day job for fucking accidents all the time. They send me to an operator. The operator dispatches fire, EMS, or cops if someone is hurt. So when I asked them, they actually send me to another dispatcher, and then I have to explain to the dispatcher this, that, and third. Someone's passing out. They might have OD, this, that, and third. And now, but the response time is pretty decent in New York City. I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to firing EMS, they do respond pretty fast. The cops respond pretty fast too when you get a certain address. But I guess, you know, you need to carry your own gun, because when it comes to certain situations, you're going to wait for the smoke to clear to call the cops, because you're going to be laying on the floor the whole time trying to duck bullets. She reacted properly. She didn't have real law enforcement training. She just had real training at a firearm, and she was brave enough to stop the threat. And she stopped the threat dead in its tracks, and that's what he deserved for just fucking rolling around the fucking city doing stupid shit and come back with an AR-15. You tell me you ain't have nothing else better to do? Cook a burger, nigga. Go drink a beer. Catch Doctor Strange at the multiverse. The madness in the multiverse in the theater. You just caught an attitude because niggas told you to slow down. You're fucking insane, bro. And you deserve them bullets, nigga. It is what it is. Whether you're black, white, Spanish, it doesn't matter, nigga. If you want to be a dickhead and can't hang out in society with normal folks, you deserve to be put under 6 feet. That's a fact, man. Eat a dick. Do what you do. Happy fucking Memorial Day weekend. But they not going to talk about this shit because they have a fucking agenda. But it is what it is. Predicts Decision Podcast. Hate me or love me. There's no fucking in between. Like, comment, subscribe. Put it down. And try to share my video and let them know that law-abiding citizens will save your life if you are in danger.